Hey, I'm Mike Baccarella, and today we're going to take a look at a Tommy Tedesco line, and we're going to use that line to run through 3 easy concepts to navigate 2/5s. Let's take a look. This line comes from Tommy Tedesco's solo on Buddy Collette's song Jazz Heat Bongo Beat. It's a B-flat blues, and it comes from a record of the same name. It's a great record, and Tommy plays some really great stuff on it. So definitely give it a listen if you have a chance. A lot of people talk about Tommy Tedesco being this legendary session player, and he was. He was on thousands of recordings, but no one really discusses how great of a jazz player he was. If you can find this record, Jazz Heat Bongo Beat, give it a listen. Tommy plays some absolutely incredible stuff on it. This line is outlining a minor 7 arpeggio, so let's take a look at what's going on. We're going to play this over D minor, so we're starting on a D. On the 7th fret, 3rd string, we're going to go to C sharp, D, E on the 2nd string, 5th fret, F, G, A on the 1st string, 5th fret, C, pull off, G, A. There's our line. So you can see we're enclosing the root, climbing up to the 3rd, go to the 5th, and hit the flat 7. So we're hitting all the notes of the D minor 7 arpeggio. Now rhythmically, we're starting on the and of 1, and we're playing all 16th notes. So 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Now that we have the line, let's take a look at some easy ways to apply this to a 2/5. These 3 2-5-1 concepts that we're going to go over I got from my studies with Bruce Forman and Bob Mintzer. And this first one is just moving in half steps. So we're going to take our line, just go up a fret, and resolve it one more fret. So if you take a look at what's going on here, this first line outlines a D minor 7. So we're playing a 2/5 in the key of C. We got D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Our first line outlines a D minor 7. Then we're going to move up a half step. Now you can see some of these notes clash a little bit, and that's okay. So we're starting here on the sharp 5, down to the 5th of the G7, flat 7, major 7, flat 9, sharp 9, flat 5. So we have a bunch of altered extensions in the major 7th, which is totally cool. And then if we move up one more half step, we're playing over C major 7 now. We're enclosing the 3rd, sharp 11, 5th, 6th, 7, 9. So we have a bunch of color tones over the 1. So this works really well to outline a 2/5. Now for the second concept, we're going to move up in a minor 3rd and then a major 3rd to resolve it. 2/5 in the key of C major, D minor 7, G7, C, and we're starting on D minor 7, same place we started before. But now we're going to move up a minor 3rd, and we're going to outline basically an F minor 7 arpeggio. So starting on F, which over G7 would be the flat 7, E, which is the 13, go up to G, which is the root, flat 9, the A flat, B flat would be our sharp 9, C is our sus 4, and E flat would be our sharp 5. Now we see that C gives us a kind of a sus sound, which might not be ideal all the time. But I think in the context of this line, it works really well because of the symmetry of the line. The fact that it's moving verbatim gives our ears something to latch onto. And then we move up a major 3rd to outline an A minor 7 arpeggio here on the 14th fret with our 3rd finger. So if we look at that, we're enclosing an A, which is our 6th, major 7, root, 2nd, 3rd, 5th. So again, that outlines the 1 chord really well. this last concept we're going to run through is moving the idea in tritones. So again, 2-5 in the key of C, and the two chords the same. Then we're going to move down to A flat minor. Now there I have to change the fingering quite a bit. So we're going to start here on A flat on our 6th fret of the 4th string, and close that with the G. We're going to reach our first finger back to B flat here on the 2nd string. I'm going to slide it up to C flat or B natural with my first finger. Grab D flat with my 3rd finger, E flat with my 1st finger, F sharp with my pinky, and then down to E flat, D flat, back to E flat. Now over the G7, this works really well because we've got our flat 9 going under a root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3rd, flat 5, sharp 5, and major 7. We have all the altered extensions, our 3rd, and then we have a major 7 rather than a flat 7th. And then for the C major 7, I'm going to change the line a little bit and adapt it to a major 7 shape. So I'm going here on C with my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, down to B, C, D, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 1st finger, E, F, G on the 1st string, 3rd fret, B, pull off, E, G. And that outlines a C major 7. So here's that line. So you see here we have 3 easy ways to navigate a 2-5. Now this isn't a substitute for knowing a bunch of 2-5 lines and knowing your arpeggios really well and be able to navigate these changes all over the neck. But this is something cool you can add to your playing because it gives a great sense of tension and release. And that was the way that Bruce explained it to me, is when you move things up in a half step or a tritone or a minor 3rd like this, they might not fit the changes exactly. And that's okay. Because what a 2-5-1 is it's tension and it resolves to 1. So it's tension and release. And so if we move our line in a way that's tension that then releases, that still works too because it achieves the purpose of what we're doing. And so this is a cool concept to kind of run with and explore this. Take any 2 line that you like, move it in half steps, move it in minor 3rds, move it in tritones, and see what you end up with. And just let your ears be the guide. If it sounds cool to you, it's probably cool. If it doesn't sound good, don't use it. But thanks for checking out this lesson. Keep practicing. See you next time.